Welcome to episode 3 of Shelftember, a month where I am decluttering, dusting, and displaying every shelf in my domain of the house in the month of now September and October, because it's taken me a little longer than I anticipated. But that's okay, because I'm just going to keep right on trucking, because I am actually making a lot of progress that I was a little surprised to be making. I thought this was mainly a dusting project, and it turns out I'm actually moving quite a bit of stuff either out or to better homes within the house where it makes sense, because, paintings don't belong in a cabinet in my kitchen. This is part of the Tiny Tidy Tuesday collaboration run by Sunday Dawn over at The Helpful Home. If you would like to join us, we just do quick 10-20 minute projects most of the time, and she puts a playlist together. Super easy. Join us if you want to. Otherwise, let me know what you're working on in the comments down below. And a thought experiment for you. Now, I have been listening to my watch later list this week as I work on shelves, and several people have mentioned moving, ways they have gone about it, and the ways it has changed for them over the years. One got very short notice they needed to move, and luckily they are extreme minimalists that just moved back to the country, so they weren't in a long-term sort of mindset in the house they were in. The other had been in a long-term kind of mindset, and it was the house that they kind of realized they had a clutter problem in. So it kind of brought up some thoughts for me. Now, the first time I moved out of my parents' house, it was a slow process because it was kind of sudden, sort of. Anyway, I'm not going to go there. The second one, I moved out of my kid's dad's house into my own place within the same trailer park. My dad brought a trailer up, and we moved in a few trips. All right. I had been packing for months at that point and had stuff strewn about. My last move doesn't really count because I moved the entire trailer. If you're unaware, when you move a trailer, you lay the bookcases down, you take the stuff off the walls, and you duct tape your cabinets shut. And it moves. It's amazing. Super highly recommend that kind of move. I was in school. My dad took video. I don't know. Is that something you guys would be interested in seeing? I was definitely not a YouTuber back then. Anyway, that was a super easy move for me. Highly recommend. But then I tried to buy a house, probably a dozen years ago now. And I had to sell the trailer before I could move to the house. Or even buy the house, because it was contingent. So I needed to clear out a bunch of stuff, and I wound up with boxes upon boxes of stuff that was shoved in boxes because it was just chaos. And I got to thinking about it, and I think now I could move in 1 week with the help of my kids. I would have to have some help to move things. But it would literally be, I could grab this sewing stuff and grab the sewing stuff out of my bedroom and take it to my daughter's room, say, here, put your sewing stuff in there. We'd have a labeled box we could take out, and it would make sense. I could tell a kid, grab all the totes and full containers. I mean, that's 4 totes worth of fabric stash that are pet beds in my bedroom. We've got a tote out by another window that pets sleep on. But we could make sense out of the house in a short amount of time. And I think part of that is because I know what stuff is and where it is. So it's not opening a cupboard and figuring out what's there. I could already have things grouped. I know where all of my books are at. I know what is in what cabinet. Where are you guys at on that kind of thing? Have you ever thought about what it would be like for this sort of change if you needed to? Like, how long do you think it would take you? Could you put everything together coherently, quickly? Has it changed? So remember, a little bit at a time really adds up over a lifetime.